Well, let's get a look at our own forecast here for this morning. And the big story, we've been talking about it all morning, Anthony, is the rain and those potential for floods.
Yeah, we have rain right now, and the heaviest of rain is wrapping up across much of the metro. So that's good news as we approach sunrise. And as we head closer to the middle part of the morning, right into the early afternoon, we're in for a decent break before we recharge with another round of heavy, steady rainfall later on this evening. So as we go throughout the late morning into the early afternoon, that's going to be the best part of your weekend forecast. We expect a south wind and temperatures to warm up into the 60s. So round number one of rain right now. Heavy rainfall rates with this round, then much lighter rainfall on the way later on this evening, but it's going to be coming with another blast of cooler temperatures later on this Saturday into early Sunday. When it comes to the rainfall so far, this is how much we've received, at least rainfall radar estimation. Green indication at least 3/4 of an inch rainfall. The brighter greens over to yellow. You take a look at the legend here. Now we're talking about upwards to an inch to possibly 2 inches of rain. And that's prompting some flood advisories to really be in effect all morning long, at least until 11:45. This is mainly due to urban flooding. Poor drainage areas, those areas we possibly already know that's being impacted by urban flooding due to the steadier heavy rainfall. You want to avoid those streets, those highways, those byways for this morning before things let up. Where you see the darker green polygon, that is a flood warning. The latest flood warning we have, this is for Killbuck Creek. We expect flooding stage to reach minor levels by Monday morning. So with the rain ongoing, even though rain is expected to stop, we expect those tributaries to be impacted with the poor drainage. So again, those creeks, those rivers will be impacted and slowly rise as we get out of this weekend. Where it's raining heaviest right now in portions of Stark County, New Franklin, Alliance, you're seeing some steadier rainfall over to Salem. Where you see the brighter colors, this is at least 1/4 inch per hour. And it's been raining like this over the past few hours as well. So over to Ashtabula County and over Kingsman, you're looking at some showers over to Cortland, moderate showers as well. Much of the metro has been spared with just some light, steady rainfall since 2 o'clock, although we're nearing an inch of rainfall so far from the Hopkins Airport. So nothing too worrisome when it comes to urban flooding across much of the metro right now. We're catching a break off to the west, so we expect this break to last at least for a few hours as temperatures rise into the upper 50s, low 60s with this warm front lifting through. So we're going to be on the warm side of this stalled out front, and that's laying down the tracks for additional catastrophic flooding well down to the southern portions of the Mid-South. Here's this secondary round of rain, and notice what's happening on the backside of this. Panhandle of Texas and Oklahoma, rain changing over to snow. So this cold there will be catching up on the backside of all this with another round of rain later on this evening. Here's this break later on this afternoon. Temperatures warming up into the 60s. Temperatures will be steadily falling into the 40s later on this evening. So let's time things out with your National Design Radar Hourly forecast. Here's the rain for this morning approaching sunrise. Here's the break for this afternoon with a south wind, mid-60s for everyone. Here comes the front that's going to be punching through. Temperatures will be falling from the 40s into the 30s with a north wind for your Saturday evening, later on this evening into the overnight. Here's this secondary round of rain. So another ½ an inch to an inch of rain expected with this. We're in the 30s, and we're going to be staying in the 30s all Sunday long. So a steady day of just cold temperatures, not a lot of rainfall throughout the afternoon. Then on the backside of this low, with this cold front, we're going to be looking at maybe some chances of wet snowflakes catching up on the backside of this moisture with the north wind. So we're going to be on the cold side of this stalled out front, and some of this moisture could be moving in from the south. It could be changing over to some snow for Sunday night into Monday. Monday, we're going to be warming up. It's going to be a very tricky day Monday as we warm up from the 30s into the 50s by Monday afternoon. Here comes the Clipper system, and this is going to be impactful for the Guardians home opener going into Tuesday, changing over to rain. Well, rain changing over to a brief burst of heavy snowfall. This is approaching sunset Monday evening, Monday night into Tuesday. We're going to be looking at a steady northwest wind, so that could generate lake effect snow showers going into Tuesday morning, also into Tuesday afternoon, just in time for the home opener. Upper 30s, that's it for Tuesday afternoon. We warm back up with a south wind Wednesday, upper 40s. Upper 50s, that's more spring-like for Thursday with more showers on the way, remaining near seasonal to close out the work week.
All right, well, we're looking towards the end of the week, but we got that home opener Tuesday. You're going to want to bundle up, bring the gloves, the hat.
And warmers.
Whatever you need.